Hey guys, Mega with another YouTube video. The random jingling that you can hear in the background is my cat currently playing with his fake mouse, so please ignore that and any meowing that he may do. This is a model of 1911. This is specifically my Mark IV model 1911. This is my most recent 1911 base, essentially. And this has currently been married to a kind of custom looking 1911 that's been spread around for a little bit now. It generally gets posted to the quote-unquote cursed gun images category of things, where it's this 1911 base with this 50 BMG upper bolt action single shot kind of thing going on. So I really love long handguns. Long handguns are like one of my favorite things in the world. Um, 50 BMG 1911. And I do think that it has a pretty decent looking design to it. Like, it's not overly disgusting or anything like that. So I decided to replicate it. So this is what we came up with. This is the model of 1911 Mark IV. Like I said previously, bolt action chambered at 50 BMG. We've done a little bit of grip stippling using Lord of the Rings rings so that you have some texture on the grip. And the magazine itself is not a normal 1911 magazine. It is just a extended base, so it's got a flare on the bottom so that you can not reload, but hold on to the grip itself under the immense recoil that is 50 BMG, right? And then the actual magazine itself has been filled with dense metal so that it adds a lot of weight into your hand so that you can kind of control some of the recoil of the 50 BMG going off in your hand. And then it's got this ridiculously chunky chamber followed by barrel hooked up to it with a built-in compensator, as you can see here, with just pretty standard sights. Overall, this is custom color scheme. The actual color scheme of the weapon in the kind of like 3D rendering is essentially this light gray tone that you see here, mirrored throughout most of the gun with wooden panels, as is traditional 1911. I went with a painted 1911, if you will. Kind of makes it look like a wasp almost, just a little bit. This is what it looks like inside of LDD to Pavre. Sorry, not LDD to Pavre. We actually don't use that program anymore. I haven't used that program in years now. This is what it looks like inside of Studio 2.0 by Bricklink. This is a 50 BMG cartridge, and this is what it looks like inside of LDD. As you can see, I have left enough room on the inside of this upper here that you are able to actually load a 50 BMG cartridge into the weapon itself. As you can see, the kind of bolt section of this, if you will, is hooked up on these long guide rods on either side of this, so this can move in and out of the weapon itself. The locking handle is this lever here. It does go up and down, so you can quote-unquote unlock the weapon. It does not actually do anything to lock the weapon or anything. And then the hammer of the 1911 is supposed to strike this right here, which sets off the 50 BMG portion of this. The actual chamber and barrel, basically 5 steps wide. It's this massive thing, of course, because it's 50 BMG, with plate built on the side, and then it necks down to 4 wide into 2 wide up front here. As you can see, there's a couple different ways of doing that. Plate built techniques over to the side here to get this piece in use, and then upside down building over here to get this piece in use, followed by these pieces here, just so it has this nice look to it around bottom, so it looks decent. Compensator on the end is used on ingot pieces and some brackets. Pretty simple, not too much going on. Pretty basic front bar sight using lightsaber piece. Pretty basic dots in the rear. As you can see there, essentially nothing too fancy going on there. 2 wide, 1911 lower here. It's like 3-ish in the back, but not like super 3, working beaver tail, working hammer, working safety, in the sense that all of these move, they don't actually like affect one another. Slide lock did work at one time, but no longer does because you don't slide lock into this. Moving trigger, moving magazine release. And then, like I said, the actual magazine itself is not a working magazine for a 1911, since this is a single-shot BMG 50, but instead just a magazine full of weight to try to get the weight of the pistol up even more so that you can shoot this one-handed with, well, two hands technically, but not, have the pistol just completely fly out of your hand itself. This is what it looks like in the closed position with the bolt handle locked into place. And as you can see, like I said, this hammer is supposed to hit this firing pin to set off the actual 50 BMG itself. So that is the model of 1911 Mark IV bolt action 50 BMG cursed gun image, if you will. Thank you guys so much for watching. Remember, comment, and subscribe for more videos similar to this one. See you guys later.